Hi, and how are ya? This is Kelsey with Kelleezielke Things, and this is Flosstube episode 5. Hi! Thank you so much for coming back to my channel and joining me in another video for Flosstube. I can't believe this is my 5th episode, even though technically my last episode was like real laid back. I'm just really excited that this is number 5 and I've got a lot more followers, and yeah, so thank you for continued watch, and if you're new, welcome. As I said in my intro, I'm Kelsey. This is Kelleezielke Things. Some people had asked me about my name, and honestly, it's my Etsy store, which is Kelleezielke Things, and so I kind of just brought it over to my Flosstube because I wasn't sure if I was going to be Flosstube forever, or if I was going to be only Flosstube. It opens me up to maybe talk about other crafts someday, and I've gotten a lot of people interested in my project bags and some of my embroidery stuff, so maybe that is something that I can bring into the future. Thank you so much for watching my stitch along. I actually had a really fun time, and reading your comments about all the things that you guys were stitching along with me. Some of you told me what movie you were watching. Like, it was amazing. So I plan on doing more of those. I try and make them a little bit more interesting. I was actually really shocked by how many people were like, that was so much fun. And I was like, really? I sat on a couch and talked. And I thought I was like over talking, but a lot of you guys liked it. So that's good to know. I somehow got a copyright claim on that video. From what I can tell is it's still up, and it said that the copyright is okay. I don't know what I copyrighted. If you could hear my movie, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. So maybe it was my intro music, but that was made through like a royalty-free app for music. So I don't know what it is, but hopefully everybody can still see it. A few other things. I got a few like messages about my background, and my first video I was in my craft room / playroom, and then I moved to here because this just felt, first of all, I have my big dining room table, which is just easy to put all my stuff on. And in that first video, I'm sitting on a beanbag chair, if you couldn't tell. So now I'm sitting on a chair, albeit like super rickety because they're antiques, but you know, we're working with what we got. So I am gonna try and play around with my background a little bit. A lot of people said they liked the board that I had in my first video, and that was like stuff that I sell in my Etsy shop, and so I might try and position that in here somewhere. So it's all work in progress. Your comments, all that kind of stuff help me so much. I am so grateful to them. Don't ever withhold a comment because you think you're being a know-it-all or whatever. Like, this is why I'm here. So please give me your wisdom, and that could be cross stitch, that could be anything. My YouTube video, what you like, what you dislike. So anyways, all right, let's get into it. I have one FFO, and I shared it in my video, 2 videos ago. So episode 3 was my berry finish. So here it is. I'm honestly struggling with this little bow. I feel like it's just too much. And you guys are probably rolling your eyes, but so this is my finish. I really like it. It's definitely out of my comfort zone. But I still like that it's plain. And honestly, I really do think I'm gonna take this off. It's just too much, too much glam. But yeah, so this board I got from Michael's, and if you were to go there today, today's Halloween, by the way, so you'll see this November 1st, but They had these in the fall section on sale, and I think I got this board for $2, I think. And it's like a nice, albeit like fake wood, maybe. It's not fake wood, but it's like, it's pretty like cheap, crappy wood, but that's okay. For what we're doing, it's perfect. It did say like fresh apple pies served here or something. It was like an apple emblem, and then it said something served here. And if you look really, really hard, you could probably still see the served here, maybe. You definitely can't see it on the camera. But I took a sander, like just a, paper sander, sanded it, and that didn't get it all off. So then I took nail polish remover, and it actually came off pretty well using nail polish remover. So, yeah. And then I did stain it just ever so slightly with like a red stain. When I first did it, I was like, oh gosh, I ruined it. But now I like it. It just kind of goes a little bit better with the tones, with the red tones of the... So here it is up close. And again, I finished these on Amazon boxes. I did have at least 2 comments about be careful of cardboard because of there could be like some acid in them. So I actually, there's a website, and I'll have to, maybe I can link it below, but there's a website that you can go to check if your boxes are like pure or something. Clean, I think it is. It really rates the whole company, but then it goes down all the way down to their packaging, whether their packaging is like clean. So like if your baby were to chew on it, like, do you need to call poison control? Amazon was on that list. And on the Amazon box, it said recycled paper. And I read that recycled paper normally doesn't have acid introduced into it. Let me know if that's wrong. I honestly am not that worried about it. I think when I looked it up, if you did introduce acid like through cardboard to your piece, it made it seem like it would take a really, really, really long time to do anything if it did anything. So I don't know. If you guys have different information, please let me know. But I did look that up from the few comments that I had. And so it said that if you're, a lot of them will say like made from recyclable paper or made from renewable sources. Those tend to be okay, is what I read. So correct me if I'm wrong, but so there's that. I think I'm done showing that. I showed that a lot. So that's my only FFO. Now I will show you my WIPS. I have a lot, and some of them you have never seen, which is kind of fun. All right, so my Hocus Pocus whip. I don't think I worked on this anymore. This is where I'm at. I put a, that's where I'm at, and I think that's where it's gonna stay until next Halloween, because by the time you see this, Halloween is over, and yeah, I don't know. I will say, I didn't bring it out with me. Shoot. Okay, so this thread that I used, I ran out of DMC, what is it, 310, like on the hat. So like right away. Or actually I started with the P, so I think I ran out with like on the P. And it was one of those days where I was like, I just want to stitch this. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. And it was like so much fun. It was the day I got this book, the unofficial Hocus Pocus cross stitch book. And so I just like didn't want to stop. So I found some polyester. It's 100%. It's the Sherlock brand. I think it's called Sherlock. S-U-R-E lock. Pretty sure. And it's a 100% spun polyester thread, and it's for your sewing machine. It comes in the cones. I'm sure you've seen them at Joann's. And I had it in black, and I thought, let's just try it. And so I've done I literally, like, I think I did like the loop with DMC, and then I ran out and switched to the polyester thread, and I couldn't tell you where the DMC stops and the polyester comes in. Maybe this is a common thing that people do when they run out of DMC, or it's something that people have done to save money. I don't know, but I feel like I hacked it because there's so much black in this. I'm not even done, and it would have easily, and you have to use, the book says that every design in this book, I think it said it in the front, I think it said 6 strands of DMC. Yep, all projects in this book use 6 strands of DMC. That was so much, so I ended up using 4 strands. And then even when I switched to the polyester thread, I still used 4. And even 4 was like, it just felt really thick, and it wasn't like an easy, like even by the second time you're going through the same hole, it's just like your needle's making that like noise trying to like push through. It was just so heavy. So that could be why I kind of phased out on this a little bit. I still would like to finish it. I think it would be cute, but that's probably where it's gonna stay until next year. So there's that one. Then I have what I was working on in the stitch along, which is the Pinker and Pumpkin pattern. So I got pretty far. Finished the witch. This is the second pumpkin I'm working on here. So yeah, I think my app said I was like 39% done. So here's this. And I'm loving this, and I will keep working on it. Oh, and here's Little Ghost. I did that yesterday. I just got to add the eyes. So cute. Lots of things with this pattern, or this whole situation we're working with. I just mentioned an app. I found an app that works for Apple. So Pattern Keeper was the one that absolutely everybody commented about. Pattern Keeper, Pattern Keeper, Pattern Keeper. And they all said it doesn't work with Apple, so you got to go and buy like a cheap tablet. Well, excuse me, not this thrifty gal. So I kept researching, and I actually found it on, oh gosh, what's her name? I'm gonna forget her name now. Lindsay? Anyways, she is Blushing Pink Stitches. She's from the UK, and she talked about it. It's called Markup RXP. So the letters RXP. And I didn't look up Pattern Keeper because I don't have any way to download it. So I don't know how similar they are, but you download your pattern onto it. And so I'm going to show this pattern because it's free to everyone. So you download your pattern. It'll look just like this when you download it onto the app. And then you just literally boop, 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 mark all the little boxes that you have stitched. And it tells you how many stitches there are. It tells you how many you've done, how many you still have to do. It tells you, there's like a time thing. It's like how long you've done it, but it's really only counts how long it took you to mark up on the app, which to me is not helpful. I would like to know how long it took me to do this, but it does tell you your stitches, so you can time yourself and then it'll count your stitches for you. Yeah, it's got quite a few things. The only thing that I haven't figured out is how to add multiple pages. So there's a WIP coming up that I'm about to show you soon that has, I think it's 3 or 4 pages. So I had to upload them all individually, and then they're kind of like their individual pattern. So it's telling me I have like 1,700 100 stitches on this page. On the next page, I have 2100, you know, it's reading them separately instead of all one pattern. So that's the only thing that I've been like, other than that, it kind of does what I wanted it to do. So that's really nice. I have noticed that like the larger the pattern, so kind of like the smaller the pattern, but like larger pixels, I guess, is easier to upload. It just like works better. So if you have like a huge pattern, so when you upload it, the boxes are really, really teeny tiny. You have to line them up with their grid so that the pattern grid lines up with the app grid. And so that can be kind of hard. But again, it's doing what I want it to do. So that is Markup RXP. I'll try to link it in the description box below. But yeah, so that's been really cool. You're going to see this and be like, Kelsey, what are you doing? I have some happy mail to share later. This is part of it. I did not know what this was. I was like, oh, you put your pattern on it and it holds it. Well, dummy me, I went on Hobby Lobby to order something the other day and I saw this exact thing and it said it was like a line keeper. And I was like, duh, you put the magnets on the line where you're working. So, but I've been doing it like this because this pattern isn't hard to read, so. But I do know what this is now, so don't be like, Kelsey. So yeah, so Markup RXP, great app. The other thing is I had so many of you either know Pinker and Pumpkin or you had never heard of her. And I'm assuming, I don't know her name. I'm assuming it's a lady, but I actually don't know that. But anyways, the patterns on there, the freebie patterns are amazing. And some of you didn't know about the blog and you were just like, oh my word, thank you so much. And some of you went right on there and downloaded either this one or one just like it. And yeah, so I'm so glad I was able to introduce her to you, or that blog. I need to find out the names of these people. So that's that one. Then also in the stitch along, I talked about this one. I don't think I got any farther on this one, but this is, I got a little bit farther on this one, I guess. This is from Cross Stitcher Magazine. I said it in that episode and now I can't remember. September 5th, I believe, 2021. Or was it 22? I'm not sure. Anyways, it's in one of the Cross Stitcher magazines. And it's in all those magazines, they have this thing called like the design library or designer library, something like that. They have about 50 different little tiny motifs. Do you call these motifs or motifs just like patterns? Little tiny patterns. I'm not sure. Anyways, they have little tiny smalls that you can work on. This one I did 1/1. This one I did 2 threads over 2 linen. And I should have done 1/1 because I feel like it's too big now, because what I want to do with these is turn them into refrigerator magnets, or somebody kindly was like, turn them into needle minders because you have these ugly little magnets. I was like, oh yeah, that would be a good idea too. So refrigerator magnets / needle minders. And every Cross Stitcher magazine has, it's like 3 or 4 pages of just little tiny designs. And so they, the newest Halloween one had a bunch of little Halloween guys. There's Christmas ones, so you could do them for every year and either have them on your refrigerator and then change out your refrigerator magnets for the season. Like, hello, how cute is that? So that's just a little something something. This is what I would consider one of my, like, this one, and even the Pinker and Pumpkin design I would consider like smalls for me. If you watched my first video, I talked about like my philosophy is always have a small going so that I can always have that feeling of finishing something, which kind of like gives you this high to like keep going. I never want to like stall out and be like, this is so boring because I'm working on the same thing, which is why I now get why people start so many and kit so many projects, because the thrill of like starting a new one is really exciting. So my philosophy is to always have a small that I'm working on so that I can always, you know, within a couple days, I can always like have something that I finished. Even if it's this where I'm just finishing one little guy and then I'm moving on to another little guy, it's like I still have that finish and that still feels really good. So that's my philosophy there. All right, guys. The fish. The fish is back. So I have not worked on this much, but I have worked on it since I last showed it to you. So that's all that matters. For you that didn't watch my first video, this is the fish. This is like the, I don't know, third project I ever started on, like new to cross stitch, let's just do something. And so I did this, and this is supposed to be a Christmas present for my husband. Well, I think we can all agree that's not going to happen. So here is where I am. And I know you guys, I swear, everybody does like really cute, like get your clamps out, get it out of your hoop, iron it. Well, yeah, you're not gonna get that here. So this is how far I've gotten. When I first showed it, I think I was just like here, something like that. So I've made some progress. And what I have decided with this one is 100% like color blocking. Do one whole color, move on. One whole color, move on. And not like throughout the whole entire pattern maybe, but like a good chunk. And that's helping me because there's, how many colors are there? There's 10 colors and they're either blue or green. So, you know, to keep things straight, I need to kind of do that. So that's how I'm keeping that straight. I would love to give this to him for Christmas, so I need to just power through and do it. It's just, I don't know. I don't hate it when I'm working on it, but I have to like, I can't have the TV on, I can't be talking to my husband. I have to be like in the kitchen, at the table, with a light, counting, and then I have like, now I have that magnet board. But before I just had scrap paper and I would just like go down, okay, you know, like all the concentration in the world for that one. Okay, here's one that you have not seen. This, oh, and this is my Christmas project bag, or winter maybe. Maybe it's more winter because I do have Christmas fabric to make a Christmas project bag. And then this is my little matching thread holder. This is, let me see, this is from the World of Cross Stitch magazine. I started this before Labor Day. So I think I started this sometime in August. No, that's not right. I started stitching September 13th. Must have started this in September. Okay, let's see if it gives me. It's called Winter Sampler. Let me see if I can find the artist. I can't, but I'll link it below if I can find the information. Let me take this one out of the hoop because this one has a lot happening outside the hoop. And we have our little nest here. This is my ode to Deb from Country Stitchers. She always keeps her little nest. Okay, so this is gonna be so wrinkly, you're gonna be mad at me. But here we are. So this is where I've got to. It is, and I don't even have a picture of it. I only have the pattern. But it is a whole winter village. So we have this is the school here that I just finished. Right now I'm working on the little swing set. This is going to be a, like an Amish, horse and buggy. And then just to the left of there, this is like gonna be a frozen pond with kids ice skating on it. There's like a snowman. There's a country store over here. A couple more houses. Oh, you know what? Here's the, let's just try and fold this over. Here's a really tiny image of it. So I don't know if you can see that, but that's not all of it. This is kind of cut off. There's a country store over here and a few other little elements, but there's a church down here. Just a lot of cute little details. I do still love it. I'm not using the called for, I'm using most of the called for colors, but I did not use the called for fabric. I could not find the called for fabric. I searched and I couldn't find it. It is supposed to be on Zweigart Smoky Pearl. I searched and I'm sure now it'll be available, but when I started this, I searched and searched and I could not find that. That color fabric, and I found some other ones, but they were like a darker gray, so I ended up going for like this baby blue. I'm hoping it's not a mistake. I think it will still look good, but, and this is just like a baby blue Ada, because this is the second project I picked up. So the Country Living Barn, this, and then the fish. That was the order in which I started my cross-stitching journey. So anyways, I hope I didn't, I love the detail of the like plaid side, and there's supposed to be a flower over here. I need to add it. I was supposed to do it before I colored it all in, but I colored it all in and I was like, oh, there's a pattern there. So I gotta go back and put it in, but anyways, we'll see. I do still love it. However, I have seen, now that I'm like out in the cross-stitching world, I've seen so many more Christmas patterns that I kind of want to do. So I don't know. My whole thing about like, I finish projects, which I do, I think is going to end at cross stitch. Or, you know, it'll just take me a really long time to finish them. Yeah, I cannot get this hoop back on. So we'll see. I hope I don't regret because I've put quite a bit of hours in this already. So yeah, I would hate to just put it away and never use it again. Okay. So there's that. And then before I show you my next WIP, which is really tiny, I'm gonna share with you my Happy Mail because they go together. All right, so you've been seeing the project bags that I made, but then you've been seeing these project bags. These are the ones that everyone on Flosstube has, and it makes me feel so official. But I had a viewer, subscriber I think, send me all these, those two, all these, and so many other wonderful things. Her name is Charlotte. I'm not gonna say her last name just in case, but yeah, she sent me a huge box of stuff. Project bags. She sent me a bunch of fabrics. And she sent me that magnet board that I was working with. She sent me little wonder clips, a pair of scissors, which now they're in a project. I was gonna wait and share all my Happy Mail and then distribute it out, but I was too happy, so I just started using this stuff right away. She got me a pair of scissors, needles, yeah, and then all these patterns. Guys, so one of them is going to be today's giveaway, because I will never get to all these patterns and I want to share the love. But the one, there's a few of them that I'm like super excited about. One I already have kitted up that I'll share later. But this one I love, and it's another blackbird design, which makes me really happy. But this makes me feel so official to have an actual, I don't know, official pattern. That feels really cool. And then she has a ton of Carolyn Manning designs. So these just beautiful, they look like quilts. They really do. They're just, I mean, gorgeous. But also this one makes my brain hurt. That, unbelievable. But, oh my word, my brain. So yeah, just, this one's actually fully kitted. Just beautiful. And I love these. Look at these little cushions. So cute. So today's, this is actually not a Carolyn Manning. This is a Long Dog Samplers. Descending order, I think is what it is. The D's are super weird. Yeah, descending order. This is going to be today's giveaway. Look at that. Unbelievable. So the code word is going to be dog. So try and put that in a comment. You guys are so creative. I just giggle every time because it's just so funny. The way you guys put the code word in the comments. So she graciously gave me all these wonderful things, and I'm probably missing things because they're being used and whatever, but this is my next whip. It is, can you tell that that's a T? It is a thank you card in cross stitch. Now it sounds way cooler than it actually will be. It's just gonna say thank you. And I'm gonna cut it out, stitch it, and put it onto a card and write her a really nice card. So, Charlotte, your thank you card is coming. This stupid tea took me, first I had to rip the whole thing out. Because stuff like this, they have to be symmetrical on both sides. If you fudge up over here and then you're right over here, well, yeah. So if you fudge up over here, you gotta fudge up over here. So I think I took this thing out twice. So what should have taken me an hour, maybe a little more, took me all day yesterday. So that will be coming to you shortly, Charlotte. Thank you so much for all these goodies. I was showing my husband. He was just like, didn't know what to say. And then he's like, can I have one of those bags? And I was like, why? And he's like, for fishing. I think that they'd be a great like bag for fishing. They look like they're waterproof. And I was like, well, I don't know if they're waterproof, but you can certainly have one. He's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I was like, okay. So I gave him one of my, like, I don't know, 20 bags that she gave me. I think I can share one. All right, I need some tea. All right, next, let's see. What do I want to share next? I guess I'll share my kitted up stuff. It feels so cool when I say stuff like that. Okay, this is another pattern that she had given me, Charlotte, and it is the Scarlet House, A Perfect World. And when I saw this, I had seen it before, and early on when I started looking into cross stitch, and I saw this pattern, I thought, one day when I get really good, I'm gonna do this pattern because this is just me and my family, 100%. In a perfect world, you would find me here with the birds and the flowers and the dogs and the deer. Like, we live in the country, I'm a floral designer, like, we love animals, we have a dog, my husband's a hunter, so we do have deer. We also love deer. So I quick found, and actually this might have been, this fabric I think is also from Charlotte, I believe so. So I quick found some fabric. It's not what's called for. It's called for 40 count vintage Meadow Rue from Lakeside Linen. I'm not gonna start this anytime soon, but I just wanted to like save this fabric for this project. I wanna wait till I get my skills better because I just really love this one. So it's only partly kitted up. I just have fabric for it. And it's in a nice little fabric, in a project bag. So someday. I also just put, you know, my Home Sweet Home in a project bag. You don't need to see that, you've seen it already. My lighthouse that my town's lighthouse, I found at a thrift store. So I put that in a project bag. That's in an episode. And then my tapestry bunny. I still need to get DMC for it, but I have this ready to finish. So I'm gonna start on that after Christmas. Now, these two I am so excited about. I'll start with the one that I'm almost as excited about as the other one. This is from Cross Stitcher Magazine. It's called An Ode to Autumn. Ah, autumn, I love you, my favorite season, my cozy friend who returns loyally each and every year. How gorgeous is this? Now I know that we're like leaving we're not leaving fall. It's November 1st. But I feel like I'm gonna get really wrapped up into Christmas. So I have this all ready to go. I'm waiting on fabric that I just ordered from Hobby Lobby. That's what I ordered for Hobby Lobby. This exact fabric, which is, I'll tell you in a second here. Zweigart Blue Spruce, 28 count. Couldn't find it anywhere. Nothing. So I ended up ordering Antique Blue from Hobby Lobby, and it's pretty close. Like, this looks like a denim color to me, and so did that one. So I think they'll be pretty darn close. I didn't want to change a thing on this. I love everything about it except for one thing. but color-wise, I didn't want to change anything on it, so I went out and got all the DMC, which is not normally my style. I normally go through my stash first, and then if there's absolutely no substitute, then I will go and buy the rest. But I like didn't even look at my stash. Well, I looked for the exact numbers, but then I just went straight out and got everything else I needed. I think I only had 1 or 2 in my stash. It's just not very big yet, but I just loved everything about it, so I didn't want to change it. So unfortunately, I can't find the linen, but maybe if this ends up getting pushed back until next year, I'll have time to find the exact linen. We'll see. The one thing I'm thinking about changing is the words. I love everything about it except that it doesn't rhyme. I am a rhyming person. I think I just noticed this about myself when I was doing this, when I was looking at this, and I was like, oh, it doesn't rhyme. That's weird. But yeah, so I don't know. Does this sound bad? I was going to change it to autumn, I love you. My favorite season, my cozy friend who returns loyally each and every year to the end. Just add to the end so that friend and end rhyme. Or returns loyally every year. Wait, I think I wrote it down, what I wanted to change it to. Returns loyally each year till the very end. That might sound a little morbid. I don't know. I will take your ideas in the comments. So that one I'm really excited about, but obviously can't start until that fabric comes in. Now, the thing I am just giddy about, I just can't. Yesterday, yesterday, I was looking at, oh gosh, now I'm not going to remember her name. Starts with an L. I will put her down below. She's on Instagram and she has an Etsy shop, but she's a cross-stitch designer. And I found out that she was doing this Halloween sale like way after the fact, and then I felt like I'm too late to the game, so I didn't end up joining. But it was a haunted library stitch along, and so you would get, but it was like mystery, so you would get one little section of the library. I think it was every week in October, and so they just finished it yesterday. And I was like, man, I really wished I could have been a part of that. And I read her Instagram post that was like, thank you to all who participated. There's a little special gift in your email, for those that participated. And I was like, man, I really wish I would have just jumped on board because it just seemed really cool. But part of me was like, I kind of want to be there from the beginning. So then I was like, what better than Christmas? And I bet Christmas sales are starting right now. So I was like, how do I find Christmas sales? So I went on Flosstube, I was looking, I couldn't I was like, I need to find something now. So I was trying to go through people's Flosstubes really quick. I couldn't find anything. Went on Etsy and I typed in sale and nothing came up, Christmas sale. And it was like, what are you talking about? And it was like sale, and it kept changing it to sale. So then I said Christmas stitch along, and then I added mystery at the end because I just think that's way fun. And I found this one. So this one is the Christmas Films Stitch Along with the Cross Frog. So I found her on Etsy, him or her. It's a girl. It's a girl because I talked to her. So it's a girl. And it is, I'll just read it. I'm so excited for you to join in on this Christmas fun. This sale will capture the magic of 6 well-loved Christmas films. I already received the color list. We will get, it's a house with 6 rooms, so each room will be a different Christmas movie. Seriously, shut up. That sounds amazing. And it's going to be released tomorrow, or as you're watching this today, November 1st. So the frame of the house will be November 1st, and then you get room 1 next week. So every week you get a new room all the way till December 13th. It is not too late to jump on this, so if you are interested, I think this is going to be amazing. As a crazy movie person, I'm like a big movie buff. I think this is going to be right up my alley, so I'm pumped. I spent 2.5 hours. I bet it was close to 3 hours getting all the DMC that I needed. So I went through my stash, found ones that I had. Then I was like, because there's 52 colors, I was like, I can't just go out and buy, because I think I only had like 3 colors that I needed. I was like, I cannot just go out and buy like, what is that, 49 things of, I just don't have the budget for that. So I went, this is like crazy. There's probably an easier way to do this, but they gave me, this is all the DMC. So I would type in DMC 154 and it would show me the color, and I'd go through my stash and I'd hold up the color and try, okay, that was pretty close. So that's what I did until there was like 29 of them that I didn't even have anything remotely close to them. So I was like, okay, 29 is better than 49. And I had a coupon, although the Halloween thread sale ended, of course. So I didn't have that, but I did have a coupon. So I was able to get all the thread I need for. Most of it is called for, and if it's not, it's really close, because I was seriously like, you know, like my husband's looking at me. It's like, okay, whatever. So these are all the colors, 52 of them. So, oh, this was another thing that Charlotte gave me. These, what do you call them? Floss holders with a ring. So this feels, I feel legit that I have this. This just makes me feel so cool. So, yeah. So as you're watching this, it started today and I'm so excited. Oh, here's the little scissors she got me. I put them in this one. Look at that. Adorable. So this is the Christmas film Stitch Along. I'll put all the information below if you are interested. It's the Cross Frog. If you are interested, please let me know in the comments if you end up purchasing it. It's $5. The whole Stitch Along is $5. And then obviously you have to get your linen in 52 colors. But I'm sure a lot of you have a much bigger stash than I do. But I couldn't believe that it was just $5. Because, yeah. The size will be, on 14 count Aida, it will be 9 by 7 inches. So it's not going to be super huge, but decent size. So yeah, if you do end up doing this sale, please let me know in the comments. I would just love to, and I'll be talking about it more and as we go, and I'll be showing you my progress and stuff. But I just think that would be really fun to, yeah, see if there's other people that are doing the same thing. I feel like that would really unite us. So there's that. What else? Let me check my notes. You know what? I think it's just the giveaway. This is getting really long, so let's do the giveaway. The giveaway is the Kathy Barrick's Good Intentions. And the winner is Tamra Pierce. So Tamra Pearce. Tamra Pierce. I think that's how you pronounce it. So she is the winner of the Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. So Tamra, if you will email me, my email is in the description box. I will get this out to you. And yeah, so congratulations. All right, that is all for today. Remember, today's giveaway is the Long Dog Sampler. You know the code word. So use that in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Tuesday for episode number 6.